So this is how it looks. And all of these valves are turned off. So this is the part that we hope will hold. And we hope that I did it tight enough here where there's not gonna be a leak. So it's time now to go turn the main water back on and see what happens. You guys ready? Let me show you that water's back on for, oh no! No! That's not a good sign. I told you I don't believe in myself. See, I didn't told you I don't believe in myself. Wait a minute. How's that happening? I had no idea. As I stand here, I don't know how that's even possible. Though there's still gonna be a tool room leak, even though where I put a cap will not be leaking, which means there'll be no water coming to here, right? What? Wait a minute. What? What kind of devil? What is this? What is this black magic? So I am a big goof. With all of the freezing temperatures, I've been trying to turn off the main water valve and drain all the pipes. And I've been doing a pretty good job at it until last night. I forgot to leave a valve running, and now I have myself a water leak. It's a pretty bad one. And I don't have what I need to repair it right now. So I'm gonna put a cap. I'm just gonna cap it off for the time being. And I'm gonna take you guys with me to do that. Do not make me do plumbing work alone, please. Let me show you the problem. So where I'm at over here is the back side of the little building, the old tool room, where this is the valve I should have had open, but I left it closed. And now when I turn the main on, I have a leak. Let's go find my leak first. I'm trying to beat the clock, if you will. All right, so I'm gonna barely turn the water on. I don't need a whole lot of water. I just want to identify my leak before I do anything else. And then we'll look to my tools and see what I actually have. I don't want to have to go now to buy anything. Well, that's weird. I don't see any water dripping anywhere, unless it's coming out from underneath there. Well, there's no water here at all. There it comes. Okay, water's just now filling into my pipes. Let me see where the leak's happening at. I might have to turn on the pressure, guys. Give me a minute to go do that. So the reason there's no pressure is because, look at that. The reason there's no pressure is because I have all of these valves open. I need to turn all of these other valves off, and that way I can have some pressure. Don't come over here, sir. I can have some pressure in my line to find out exactly where that leak is happening at. I'm keeping my eye on you, sir. Don't come over here. See, I had all these open to let them drain. It's okay, I'm not here for, this is not a Muffin Man visit, Chuck. Water line will freeze. And when water freezes, it will expand. As it expands, those PVC pipe that are unprotected will, well, a lot of times you can spring a leak at a joint, and that's what I'm hoping. I gotta turn that water off. I'm let down with myself because I'm normally really clear-headed when it comes to stuff like that. Even though I have been known to get a little squirrel, I'll have squirrel moments here and there. When it comes to the infrastructure of all the water line and all those things, I'm normally really good about turning off and draining. Last night, I just forgot to drain one pipe. You guys know the one I'm talking about. It's the water line that runs to that little toilet in the tool room. And I just completely forgot to open up that valve and let that drain. And that's where the freeze happened. And that's where I have a leak today. All right, now that I've turned all the water off to all the valves that were open, I should be able to have me a better idea of where this leak is happening. And like I said, I haven't heard it. I mean, I haven't seen it. I've only heard it. Okay, so there you go. There's all the gushing water right there. And it's coming from way underneath there. I will not be able to fix that today. It's freezing cold and I will not be able to fix that today. But I do have to have water, running water. So what I'm gonna do is just cap it. I have a way I can just cap that entire water line, and that will just make it to where nothing flows at all into the toilet. So I'll still be able to have water. Ah, that's cold. I'll still be able to have water everywhere else around the property, just not to the toilet area, which means, thank God, I have the RV with toilets, right? And there's no workers here, so I don't have to worry about anyone uninvited coming into the RV. Okay, I'm gonna cut this water line right here and to put me a cap on there. I'll come back later and put me, guys, it may squirt, so cover your eyes. Ah. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna put me a cap on that, and I have a cap over my toolbox, I do believe. I think I have I'm pretty sure there's a cap right there. We have a problem. I just discovered that this cap is not the right size and it's way too big. So I'm gonna have me a major issue here if I cannot find a way to turn this water off. Okay, I'm gonna work on something. Okay, so I have to improvise a plan. What I did find in my toolbox was one of these. Now this is something I can put on the end of that pipe, but the other end has the threads that you can put a water hose to. And so I'm going to do that, but I don't have a water hose. Instead, I'll put this, I'll go ahead and attach this to it, and I'll screw that on there like that. I'll make sure all of the ends are closed. So this should in essence do the same thing as putting a cap on it. All right, I'm gonna put you all where you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna take the end of my pipe that we're going to work on and put this primer around it. We're gonna also put that same primer inside of that right there. My hands will be purple for a few days now. I'll also take this cement. I hope it's not dry. Oh no, this is a problem. You don't want to have that. That means your cement is old and may not be any good. Gosh darn it, Lester Eugene Morrow Jr. Okay, so I found a brand new bottle of cement. I hope that the temperature is not too cold and that it's all turned to that pasty stuff. No, this looks good. Okay, so here's a clear cement. And we're gonna take that and put it all around the end of this piece of pipe where we want that piece to stick. I'll also put some inside of there. Now I'm gonna take these two and stick them together, just like that, and press them on there as hard as I can. And now we have to wait about 5 minutes until that can dry. I know what you're saying. There's a lot of cement dripping out of there, Lester. There's a lot of cement coming off of there. It's okay. I'd rather use too much than not enough. And now the hard part about this is you have to be patient. A lot of people can't hardly stand to wait the 5 minutes until it dries. I can set that down. I'm not going to though, because it's going to get in the dirt. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it sitting on top of that right there. and let that dry for a few minutes before I go turn the water back on. And then I'll recap all of these. I am so glad that I have this cement, and I'm also happy that it's not too cold to use. Sometimes there's ideal temperatures you can use stuff like that in, and then sometimes it can be too cold for it to work right. But I'm not gonna keep you for the full 5 minutes. I'm gonna put all my stuff away, all my tools and whatnot, and then we'll come back and we'll turn the water on and see if it holds, okay? So this is how it looks. And all of these valves are turned off. So this is the part that we hope will hold, and we hope that I did it tight enough here where there's not gonna be a leak. So it's time now to go turn the main water back on and see what happens. You guys ready? Okay, here goes nothing. I'm a little bit nervous about this. Y'all ready? Do y'all believe in me? Seriously, do you believe in me? Because I'll tell you the truth, I don't always believe in myself. Just saying, that's the gospel. Okay, water is back on. Fingers are crossed. Oh Lordy, how many people are as nervous as I am? I know you are. Let me show you that water's back on. Oh no, no, that's not a good sign. I told you I don't believe in myself. See, I didn't told you I don't believe in myself. Wait a minute. How's that happening? The water flows backwards. The water's flowing backwards here. That's not possible. All of our water to the property comes to right here. From here, we have some water that goes out to all the barns. We have another water set that goes to the RV and goes to the front barn. All of this water there is working fine. No problems whatsoever. I only have one issue with the water going to the barn in the toilet area. You all are my witnesses to see that if that water line runs underground, and I did not run this water line, it was here when we bought the property, and that water I assumed come out of the ground right here into this faucet and over into this spigot. Look, just watch. And I thought that it went from here into the bathroom area. What I'm finding out now is that the water must come from there into the bathroom area first, and then runs this way into all of these and into all of my water. Whoa! Now my problem is, I don't think I have another one of those. And I've already glued that one on. So watch what I'm gonna have to do. I can do this. This is my bucket of plumbing supplies. Now, friends, if you have a better system of plumbing supplies, kudos. There's my glue. I need that. Some of that. I should have threw that other glue away. Here's my tool. Here's my primer. Okay, what I'm looking for is another one of those thingamajiggies, and I don't think I'm going to be able to find another one of those because you don't normally have those laying around. The caps that I have, remember, the caps were too small, and I'm sorry, the caps are way too big, so I can't cap it off. So what I'm going to have to do is get me what they call a coupling. Friends, listen to me. There's something about me you probably don't know. Now, most of y'all have already stopped watching the video anyway. Okay, I'm going to have to get this coupling over here, and we're going to go back to work. Where's my primer? Let me have my glue. Guys, we're going back to work. I'm going to figure this out. I got this, okay? Lester got this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take and cut this pipe. I'm just going to cut it right about there. Watch what I'm going to do. Okay, now I'm just going to take it and put it back onto here. But this coupling, this is how I'm going to connect the two together. So what I'm going to have to do is get my glue and get my primer. And we got us a little job to do here. Okay, I'll prime this one over here. Don't want to get it dirty. And I'll also prime this one over here. Keep it out of the dirt if you can. Then I'll get my glue and I'll go inside this coupling. I'll also go on the outside of these. I'll put that coupling right there. Okay, oh no, I got a coupling under this. This is where I got a couple. I got to tie these two together. So all that other was waste. This is okay. And now I'm going to put these two together like this, like that. And that's what we got to keep out of the dirt. Hold on, I'll show you what I'm doing here. Give me a moment to get the caps back on these. We don't want to spill our glue. All right, so all I've done was attach that stupid little end right there over to here on this pipe that runs that way, where all of my water feeds that water goes an entire different direction than what I thought. Now here's the problem, and this is a major problem. That means that when I turn the water back on, since all of my water stops right here, and there's no way, that means I have no water. That means that my entire barn, because of that leak right there, all of my barn waters, there's none. Oh no. So the problem is, because of that leak right there, and because of the way that the water lines run, I have no running water at all to anywhere in any of my barns. Not the horse pasture, not the cow pasture, and not to my tool room, not even here into the red barn. The only running water that I have that works is to the gladiators and the RV. So really, I just did all of that for nothing. I did all of that for nothing because it doesn't matter. All of that's for nothing because the leak is over here. And if you're saying, Lester, just get on your hands and knees and fix that water under there. Guys, I can't because it's too far under there and I'm a big guy. How do y'all suspect that I'm going to fit in that little nook? Huh? Huh? How do I fit in that little nook, friends? Tell me that. Look at that tiny nook. And you know how big I am. How am I going to fit there? Plus, look at that water on the ground. Guys, it is below freezing. This is a problem. So, just to show you what I'm talking about, I'm going to come turn the water back on. And I still think we're going to have that leak underneath the tool room. Though there's still going to be a tool room leak. Even though where I put a cap will not be leaking. Which means there'll be no water coming to here, right? What? Wait a minute. What? What kind of devil? What is this? What is this black magic? What kind of... There's still water leaking there. But even with that water leaking there, how do I still have water over there? How is this possible? Lord Jesus, explain this to me. Guys, what kind of a setup is this place? Okay, good news. I will still be able to fill up my waters. If you were worried about the cows, you don't have to worry anymore. I will still be able to fill up my waters for the horses and for the cows, but I must turn it back off because of that leak underneath the tool room. I hope that makes sense to y'all. And I don't know who in the world run the water here, but that is messed up. The reason that I have the board here is to keep my water hose from flying out of there. I'll move the board off in a moment. Guys, I think I found the leak, and it might not be coming from where we thought it was. What is this? The leak is coming from right there. There's the leak. Look at all the leaks. There's leaks everywhere. I didn't think these even worked. They don't work. So how's there water here? They do work, but just barely. So I did all of this work for nothing. I did all of that for nothing. Just for nothing? Okay. I can almost say, without a shadow of a doubt, that I do not have anything in this size. So that is that small stuff. So what I'll have to do is, whenever I'm finished filling my water troughs, go ahead and cut a piece of that off. And then tomorrow, when they open up the parts place, the Lowe's, or I'll have to go buy me a cap for that, since we don't use this water here anyway. But for tonight, I'll just turn the whole thing off whenever my water trough is full over here. Do y'all remember that a year ago, when we first bought this property, we found a strange pipe way over there where Santiana's at? Remember that? And we didn't know what it was. Guys, I'm telling you something. There are some mysteries at this place. There are some real mysteries happening here. And I would love to have had a chance to meet the guy that put these water lines in the ground and ask him what was he drinking or what was he thinking when he did that, because some of these things makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't blame you, sweetie. It's darn crazy. I think he was darn crazy. Okay, I just went and turned my water off. And so now this leak has stopped. What I gotta do is get down here and get me a piece of this pipe cut off. Guys, I need 2 hands for this. I have to put you guys down for a minute. Okay, I just cut off a piece of that pipe that has all the leaks in it. And I'll take this with me tomorrow to Lowe's. And I'll get the piece of, I'll just buy me a cap. I'll just buy me a cap to cap off the other end where the water's flowing out. And we don't need this here anyway because we don't use that sink. But it's nice to know that sink does kind of work in case we ever need to use it. We'll have to just take the cap off and refit all of this stuff. All of my attempts at troubleshooting have failed. It's okay though. Tomorrow I'll just make the trip to the store and get the cap that I need. And hopefully we'll have everything back in working order. All I want to say before I end the video is I have no idea about the plumbing, all the pipe running at this property. I thought I was confused before, and now I am just baffled by the whole setup. Thank y'all for watching, and the struggle is real. Remember, all of our animals have water, so we're fine. Don't you guys worry. I only got to find a way to cap off that particular toilet until we can find a way to get it fixed. Like fixed. Thank you all for watching. We love you, and we'll see you on the next video.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.